Hello students, this is Supriya Mogle, Assistant Professor at Center for Distance Education, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. I am here to discuss about one interesting topic, that is e-banking. So in this video, we are going to learn what is e-banking, what are the types of bank, what is the importance of e-banking, then various terms which are used in e-banking, etc. So first we'll see introduction. Uh, See, for the past 3 decades, India's banking system has several outstanding achievements to its credit, and the banks are the main participant of the financial system in India. Okay, so financial sectors or the banking sectors offer several facilities and opportunities to their customers, and the bank also offers investment and insurance policies also. So before the establishment of banks, the financial activities were handled by money lenders and individuals. As you know, before bank was not there, the activities of finance were handled by money lenders and individuals. At that time, interest rates were very high, and again, there were no security for public saving and no uniformity regarding the loans. So as to overcome such problems, they have organized, or the government of India organized, banking sector. It was established, which was fully regulated by the government. Now next point is types of banks. There are various types of banks which operate in our country to meet the financial requirements to different categories of people engaged in agriculture, business, profession, etc., on the basis of the function of the banking institution in India. So they are divided into central bank, that is RBI. Okay, commercial bank means public sector, private sector, or foreign banks. Then development banks, cooperative banks. Cooperative banks in which primary credit societies or central cooperative banks are there, or state cooperative banks are there. Then specialized banks, in which Exim and SIDBI, NABARD, etc. included in specialized banks. Next is, what is e-banking? So e-banking stands for electronic banking. While with the advancement in information and communication technology, banking services are also made available through computers. Now in the most of the branches, you can see the computers being used to record the banking transactions, right? So information about the balance in your deposit account can be known through computers. And now in the most of the banks, human and the manual teller counter is replaced by ATM machines. And as you know, e-banking means banking activities carried through computers and other electronic means of communication is called electronic banking. So it is abbreviated as e-banking. That is called e-banking. Means every activity which is related to bank, it is not carried out by human or manual teller counter, but it will be carried out through computers and other electronic communications. That is called e-banking. Then there are some modern trades of banking. Means what factors or what are the methods of payment. So first is ATM. ATM, as you know, banks have now installed their own ATM machines throughout the country at convenient locations. By using this, customers can deposit or withdraw money from their accounts at any time. Then next is debit card. Now debit card, as you know, Debit card means banks are now providing cards to the customers who are having current or saving account. They can use card for purchasing goods or services at different places, and the amount which is paid through the debit card is automatically deducted from your account. Then credit card. Credit card are issued by the banks to the person who may or may not have an account in the bank. Credit cards are used to make payments for purchase. People don't have to carry cash, and banks allow some certain credit card period to the card holder to make payment of the credit amount. So here interest is going to charged on that payment if a cash holder is not able to pay back the credit extended to him within the stipulated period. This interest is generally quite high. Then net banking. Now banks have started transaction over internet. Customers can log in into the bank's website and access the account. He can make payment for bills, money transfers, FDs, or collection of bills through the website. That is called net banking. Then phone banking. Customer of a bank by using phones can get information of account. He can make banking transaction like FD, money transfer, DD, bill payments, etc. And in mobile phones, customer can receive and send the messages from and to the bank. That is phone banking. Then e-check. E-check means it is electronic version or the representation of paper check. Okay, the information and legal framework on e-check is same as that of paper check. Next point is e-banking classification. Now e-banking is classified into three sections, that is telephonic banking, internet banking, and mobile banking. So telephonic banking, that means it is a service provided by financial institutions that enable customers to perform financial transactions over the telephones without visiting a bank or without visiting an ATM. So from bank's point of view, telephone banking reduces the cost because of its handling transactions and reducing the need for the customer to visit a bank. Okay, so that is called telephonic banking. There are some conditions and regulations regarding telephonic banking. So listen carefully. First is customer have to register with the institution for the service, and then second set up the password for customer verification. Then process is customer would call the special phone numbers set by the financial institutions. Then he has to enter the customer number and password, and there could be more steps for security and automated system. So that is about telephonic banking. Then internet banking. Here customers can have transactions on secure website operated by institutions. So the conditions are personal computer or online banking services, compatible handset is must. Personal internet access should be there. Then registration has to be done by the customer with the institution, and then set up a password for the verification. Then the process is first you have to enter the website, then enter online banking facility using customer number, that is ID number and password, and again there may be additional security steps. Then third is mobile banking. It is also known as M-banking. So used for performing balance check, access transactions, payment, credit applications, and other banking transactions through mobile device. It is called mobile banking. There is also one type SMS banking. It is a type of mobile banking technology enabled service offering from the bank. So this is the e-banking classification. Next point is benefits of e-banking for banks. First is price. Now, how it is beneficial for banks? Bank can save money by not paying for tailors or managing the branches. It is cheaper to make transaction over the internet. Then customer base. Internet allows bank to reach the whole new market because there is no geographical boundary with the internet. Then efficiency. Internet provides the bank with an almost paperless system. Banks can become more efficient by providing internet access for their customers. So it is working efficiently. Customer satisfaction. Banking on internet allows the customer to have a full range of services available to them. Person do not have to go to the branch. He can print out the information forms or application via internet very efficiently instead of waiting in the line and asking a teller. Then image. Customer may not want to use the internet banking, but having services available gives a person the feeling that their bank is on cutting image. Next point is benefits of banking from customers. So first is bill pay. Customer can select a person or company to whom he wants to make a payment, and so this will withdraw the money from this account and it will be sent to the payee. Then he can buy or sell securities. He can check stock market information through e-banking. He can check currency rate. You can check balance from your deposit account. You can transfer money from one person to other person. It is used to view the transaction history, and one can avoid going to actual bank. Mean person don't have to go to the branch or to the actual bank. Okay, so these are the benefits for the customers for e-banking. Then concerns with e-banking. What are the problems that has to be faced by uh, people through e-banking? First is customer support. Now banks have to create a new customer relation department to help the customer. Means banks have to make sure that the customer receive the assistance quickly when they need help, and then only you are able to get the customer to trust online banking more and more. Then security. Customers always worry about their protection of their information and security of their account. So this is one problem faced by the banks as well as by the customers. Then other challenges like lack of knowledge from the customer end. People don't know how to use this e-banking. So because of lack of knowledge, one cannot get the benefit of this. So these are some concerns with e-banking. So the last point is conclusion. So from all this, we have learned that information technology has empowered customers and businesses with information needed to make better investment decisions. And at the same time, technology is allowing banks to offer new products, operate more efficiency, to raise the productivity and expand geographically and compete globally. So e-banking has become a necessary survival weapon and changing the banking industry worldwide. Today, the click of the mouse offers the customer banking services at very lower cost. So no country today has a choice whether to implement e-banking or not, given the global competitive nature of the economy. So here I complete my video. I hope you understood the concept. Thank you.